Hey, it's VGV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. In the last episode, we learned that the Bloody Barons... Shoot, this is going to be terrible because it's super important, but I can't remember if it was the daughter or the wife that was pregnant with the Botchling. I think it's the wife. Man, I should really know this, and I feel really embarrassed that I don't. Let's take a look at our quest. Maybe it'll fill me in. Family Matters. Okay, let's see. The Peller's Augurs, and that means, you know, when he was going through the... He was basically... Ghosts, I guess, were possessing his body and then telling him what he wanted to know. The Peller's Augurs showed that the miscarried fetus, undoubtedly discarded without a proper burial, had transformed into a dangerous monster, a Botchling. And this is part of what I'm talking about, where this particular part of the story gets really interesting. The beast was murderous and foul, but could yet do some good if its curse could be lifted and the monster could be turned into a Lubberkin, which wasn't talked about, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn this Botchling, a horrible, super creepy monster, into a Lubberkin, which is a good thing. This latter being a friendly household guardian could lead Geralt to the Baron's wife and daughter. It didn't tell me what I wanted to know. Wife's recent pregnancy. Okay, it's the wife. Yeah, I didn't remember what the age of the daughter was, but it's the wife. Okay, so we need to talk to the Baron, which means we need to find out where our next signpost is so that we can fast travel. We're pretty close to the Crow's Perch, actually. Oh, what do I want to do? We could call Roach, or we could... Actually, let's just call Roach and ride over to the Crow's Perch. Man, I am so hungry. I want you guys to know that. I said, you know what? I could probably knock out this recording before I go get something to eat. But I'm actually really regretting that decision now. My stomach is a-rumbling. I'm a very hungry boy. I like how The Witcher always tells you, just like with, what's it called? Just like with Grand Theft Auto, it always tells you to... Oh, I could have traveled right there. Oh well, we're pretty close. Just like with... Okay, this person has a quest for us. Yeah, it always wants to... Okay, let me get this thought out, dang it, lady. Just like with Grand Theft Auto, it always wants you to, you know, take a nice route, but really, I just make a straight cut towards wherever I'm going. Okay, let's see what this lady has to tell us.
Help an old, feeble woman.
What's wrong?
T'other night, blasphemers pox take and profane the shrine to Verna the Merciful. Shrine's gotta be repaired, else Verna will take umbrage. Our cows will croak, and kitties will be covered in warts, and our dogs will get the mange.
Warts and mange? Sounds dangerous. Fine, I'll help you.
There we go, quest completed. The old lady just couldn't lift that statue of a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Done.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to repair their shrines from this day on.
Look, already got a trade. I'm a witcher. Restoring traditional roadside structures in wood, just not my specialty.
Fighting evil, that's a witcher's calling. And vandals are worse than beasts.
Fine. I see any damaged shrines, I'll take care of them. Won't go out of my way, though.
Nothing's out of the way in these parts, and the gods will guide ye.
Thank you, Mr. Witcher. I really appreciate what you've done for me.
Okay, so that particular quest, I think, is much more interesting than what it seems. Now, if you have never played this game, that might seem sort of just like a...
Lightning strike.
Well, that's not good. The Baron's area is on fire. Yeah, that might seem like a simple fetch quest, you know, sort of like a just any shrine you see, you know, repair it. It's not like that, trust me. It gets really interesting, which means we might just do that side quest. I'll have to see what I want to do, but I do want to do this quest specifically first because, as I've said 100,000 times, it's very, very, very interesting. So we are going to dismount Roach, talk to the Baron. Like I said, clearly, I forgot about this, and I don't remember exactly what happened here. As you can tell, it's been quite a while since I've played this game. About, geez, 2 years? Came out in 2015, right? I know I got it and my Xbox One sometime after it had come out, and they were running a promotion where I could get any Xbox One game for free with buying a new Xbox One, and I chose The Witcher 3, which was an excellent choice. I don't remember exactly when I played this game, though. I do have an interesting anecdote that I'll talk about if I get the chance regarding this game.
Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Now, Geralt's cold-blooded. The Geralt that we're playing. Cold-blooded and a hard-ass. But he's not just going to let somebody, you know, burn. So we have talked to the Baron and save the stable hand. We're going to save the stable hand first, because I think if we talk to the Baron, we get locked out.
Budge. Probably bolted on the inside. Need another way in.
Much like we're locked out right now.
Budge. Probably bolted on the inside. Need another way in.
Okay, I think it wants me to art this. Yeah? No? Well, then what would you like me to do? It says that there's a door there, but I can't quite go inside. Oh, maybe we should use Igni? No, there's more than enough. There's more than enough.
Spreading.
Oh boy, I don't know if this is actually timed. Okay, let's concentrate here.
God damn it. Lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Alright, where are you at, buddy? I'm trying to use my Witcher senses, but I don't think that actually helps. Maybe Ard for this? Oh, for the barrels. There we go. Okay, fall damage. Don't hurt me too much.
Can't get out!
Okay, you're free, horses. There's still a man in here that's trapped, but Geralt has a soft spot for horses, I think. Why is this guy's voice coming like it's from a horse? Where is this man? Yo, seriously. Oh, I guess we just need to unlock this. Okay, there we go. Whew, we almost died there. That was tricky. Yeah, as I was saying, Geralt is cold-blooded and a hard-ass, the Geralt that we're playing, but he wouldn't just let people die and burn to death.
We've a hero in our midst. The horses. Why, I'm prepared to forgive you the drubbing you gave those pricks at the crossroads.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Ah!
Okay, so we have to box with the Baron,
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
and unfortunately he just comes right at us. And I think he's pretty tricky. We just need to dodge him. And we can also parry counterattack with LT. Let's try that. There we go. Oh, I wonder if we can... Oh, never mind. He sucks. Big old Baron. Got beat to a bloody blister.
We need to talk.
Gosh, Geralt's such a cool character. Seriously, he is one of the best badass characters ever invented for a video game series.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Gotta admit, I do think you're a prick. Not because you couldn't control them, but because you drove them away.
What?
Don't play the idiot. You gave them no choice.
Anna, And it wasn't as it seemed. Seems.
Don't much care what you have to say. I'm supposed to find your family, and I will, with your dead baby's help.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Details you don't need to know. There's a bond of blood between this creature and your wife and daughter. I can use that bond to find them.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a Lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a Lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Oh man, I remember this quest doing this game on Death March difficulty, the hardest difficulty, and it was... I don't remember which part of this game was hardest on that difficulty, but I know this part was horrible. I had to redo this part over and 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 over again, if I remember correctly. And you'll see why. In fact, if I remember right, I'm going to go ahead and grab Erden. And I think we need a different steel sword, even though we're going to be using silver here. Right? Yeah, my steel weapon is damaged. I still don't have an upgrade. Are you joking? Are you giving me a kid? Are you goofing me? Okay, well, let's just go with this one. Wild Hunt Warrior Sword. That's our steel weapon now. And it does have a rune stone. Yeah, I know. I was just about to tell them, tutorial. You don't gotta say it. So you can see on our inventory, the sword that is highlighted has a little circle where we can place a rune stone. Let's see what we have. 3% sign intensity, 2% sign intensity, obviously worse. Armor piercing, that sounds good. Chance to stagger, okay. Adrenaline point gain. Chance to cause bleeding, burning, and stun. I like the armor piercing. I'm not sure which is actually better, but we're going to go ahead and place that runestone there. And be on our way.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
See, just that line of dialogue right there. Like, that's so cool. There's so much awesome lore in this game. It is one of the very few games that I'm actually interested in the lore.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes guaranteed, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets blowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
Yeah, sorry. I could never do that. I just kill that thing. My bad. Also, I want to talk about two quick things before we move on. A, just that is so awesome, right? A horrible father is forced to come into terms with, you know, his miscarried child, and it sort of represents how he's been a terrible father in and of itself. And he has to, you know, caress this horrible looking thing, basically a symbol of his hatred and anger. I love that story element so much, and you do not get that type of depth. And let's be honest, it's not that big of a level of depth, but still, you don't get that type of interesting story making in any other game, like ever. Like, games are so on the surface, you know? So I really love that, and playing this quest really cemented my love for this game. Also, I want you guys to know that I really, really wanted to just attack the Botchling, because the first time I played this game, I tried to turn it into a Lubberkin, which is sort of the nice way to do things. I think there's an argument to be made for our Geralt to either just attack it and kill it, or try to make it into a Lubberkin, because then it will actually, you know, point us to where we want to go. So I chose that option because I feel like that's what you guys would like, and it's also a little bit more interesting in my opinion, but I have not seen, I don't think, what happens if we just try to kill it. Probably just... No, I think I have. Maybe I did that on Death March, but I think it just becomes pretty much a boss fight. Now, what's following here is what I was talking about. This is the thing that I had to do on the hardest difficulty that took me so long to do over and over and over again. I remember I would go around to all of the little herbs and everything and grab as much food as possible. There were, like, places where you could loot food, and I'd have to do that to restore my health. It was a horrible section of gameplay to try and do on the hardest difficulty.
Back to the fortress.
This?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a Lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so as you will see, and like, here's what I'm talking about. I ran over here, honeysuckle. I think I used that either for a potion or something? Am I wrong? No, I'm definitely not wrong. I'll tell you guys what I'm talking about if we get up to it. But this is sort of an escort mission, as you guys will see. And I think there's another component to it as well. But let's hold on a little bit. My controller just vibrated for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so there's wraiths. We have to protect the Baron from the wraiths. Yeah, and this part was just incredibly difficult.
Specters. Botchling's scent attracted them.
So the Botchling is attracting them, apparently.
Do something.
Man, wraiths can just be really tricky. You always want to place down an Erden because it slows them down. Extremely, as you guys see here. Even their attack animations are slow. They program these wraiths really well too. The way that they attack are, you know, it's really floaty and it's really just tricky. You know, it might seem easy. Oh man, I'm taking a lot of damage. As you can see here, like, still, I'm gonna drink of the Zeman Champion or whatever this thing is called. Okay.
Take me. It's writhing something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow.
I think we need to use Axie, but I'm not sure. We get it? Okay, there we go.
Quiet now.
So this was exactly what I was talking about. Trying to fight these wraiths.
What do you want to do with it?
Trying to calm down the baby.
Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a Lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
I'm trying to remember. Is it only one round of wraiths? I mean, they programmed a mechanic where we have to calm this Botchling down. So you would think that they would... Okay. Yep. Here we go. Alright, so yeah, there's like multiple rounds, and I don't know why exactly, and maybe you guys know what I'm talking about, but this part specifically was extremely difficult.
Need to hurry.
On with it. For not activated the others.
We also should be dealing more damage to these wraiths as well. Like, we have this horrible, horrible strong attack. Okay, I need to concentrate. Because look at this, they just combo you to death. That's the tricky thing about wraiths. See, you try to go for a strong attack, and meanwhile, they just keep hitting you. You're gonna place another Earden on the ground. Down goes another wraith. Okay, we have at least 2 more. Yeah, I should be blocking. That's my mistake as well. And they disappear too. That's the other annoying thing. Like, I'm trying to place down Earden, and they like dodge my strong attacks. Oh, Jesus. Look how many there are, so you can see why this is extremely difficult in the hardest, on the hardest difficulty. But I'm also not doing this well. I shouldn't be taking this much damage, but it looks like we only have at least 2 more to go here. Also, I can't use Quen, because I'm constantly using... Jesus! How many wraiths, man? Attack the wraiths! Oh my god. Oh, this is so frustrating. Kill! Oh, for fuck's sake, kill this one. Yeah, it's not often that I drop the F-word on my channel, but Jesus. Yeah. Look how difficult... Okay, I'm gonna use a potion from Trina La. I don't know what that does, but it looks like it does heal us, thank god. Okay, let's dodge a little bit. Place another one of these down. Gonna use an olive, a pepper. Oh my god! These slow attacks are horrible for wraiths. They are the worst. Die! Holy shit.
Worming again. Like a duck. It worked. It stopped.
I could have handled that far better, obviously. Yeah, my skill in that fight was terrible.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named
But
her?
still, that's very tricky. And I think, again, I don't remember it, but yeah, I think that was the hardest part. And hopefully we're done here. I really hope. I mean, we're coming over right here. Please, not one more time. Usually in video games, mechanics like these come in 3s, but thank God it's only 2. Oh my god.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a Lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the Botchling to turn into a Lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, man, I got frustrated in that fight with those wraiths, but it's probably subconsciously linking me back to doing that fight. I think what was really terrible about it was genuinely hard, even with fast attacks. Wraiths have a lot of health, they're floaty, their attacks are sort of hard to dodge because and also they'll combo you. That's the real tricky thing. They'll start to do that swirling attack and they'll combo into you, and then other wraiths will come and then like keep hitting you. So it's hard to do any sort of action. On top of that, you need to constantly be casting Yrden so that they're slowed, and you can't cast other signs because by the time, you know, your sign gauge recharges, you need to cast Yrden again. And I had fast attacks last time, and it's a little bit better, but those slow attacks, man, those wraiths dodge them so frequently. So I think the real tricky thing was I had to replay that part over and over again. And what would happen is even if you get past the first section of wraiths, you get to the second one. And if they kill you, as you saw, I was doing terribly on normal difficulty. So imagine on like 2 difficulties higher or wherever Death March is. You have to start the whole thing over again, like following the Baron. From what I remember, following the Baron, going through the first wraiths, axing the Botchling, and then doing it twice. Then, yeah, it was a nightmare, man. It was horrible. Okay, but that being said, we did it. I do need to get better at playing this game. I keep forgetting that I can block. You know, it's the tricky part is I'm only recording 2 episodes a week, and sometimes, you know, I forget. But by the time the week has gone, that I need to, you know, practice blocking more, parrying more, that stuff.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
It's a Lubberkin! We made a Lubberkin. So that's one really cool thing about this game as well, is that there are significant choices, just like in Mass Effect, which you wouldn't necessarily think would be a thing.
hold me hand.
Need some more.
Okay, now let's see if we can repair anything. I guess we don't really need to, but what we do want to do... Yeah, we don't need to. I don't know why I came here. But what we do want to do is find that, before we follow the Lubberkin again, find this stuff. Enhance our weapons and armor. And let's talk to the merchant over here as well, the quartermaster.
Fancy a gander. We've gathered ourselves quite the collect.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. So, we don't have a lot of, we haven't really bought or sold anything. What is this? Steel sword, Matina blade. Matina blade. Huh. Okay, let's sell, how much do we get if we sell this? Where is it saying? 4 gold? Yeah, 4 gold. Okay, we're basically just going to sell, like, most of this stuff. I don't think they're unique, really. Yeah, we get a lot of these things from... just random bandits. I think we can... Amidst a dim light. I don't think I've ever used a torch ever in this game. I think we can sell the runestones as well. These are all crappy runestones. How much are we getting? Whoa! 27.15? Oh, wow. These are worth quite a bit. And they don't really do anything. I mean, honestly, if we don't even have them equipped, we won't even notice the difference. Most of the time. I think we can sell this Matina blade as well. Let's see, there's a lot of crafting ingredients. We don't want to sell those. We can't sell quest items. Food and drink, no. Potions, what is this? Woven Hour temporarily lowers the required level of all items by 2. Oh, like I said, I think that is a DLC item because I've never seen that before. If I have, I don't remember. Let's sell this. Yeah, all this stuff is not worth much at all. And I think we'll sell all of these too, as long as they don't upgrade our current armor, which most of them are This one does hunting gauntlets, so we'll have to remember to equip those. Lesser glyph of Ard upgrades. Place an empty slot. Okay, so same thing. This merchant does not have enough coin to buy this item. Okay, now if we bought his Gwent cards, how much do they cost? We're spending a lot of money on Gwent cards, but screw it. We'll buy those 3. Now, I believe as far as health potions, we need to create our own, and I'll have to look through the list of alchemy to see what they are. But as some people mentioned in the comment section below, I believe there are potions you can craft that are master items, so when you meditate, you know, they come back. In fact, speaking of meditating, let's do that right now. So I'll have to figure out what the best kind of stuff is to craft, and that's a really fun part of this game, is that since they're master items, like, you'll always have them, you'll just need to wait for them to recharge, and so it's fun, like, hunting down the ingredients to basically upgrade your character. I like it a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode here. Again, this cool quest continues with following the Lubberkin, so we'll do that in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys to those of you that like the video. I appreciate that, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
So light, just why